I mean, there's a whole number of unique challenges. In general, like even getting merch here on time, having to coordinate all types of things. Even at an event like this, sometimes there's an issue with a wristband. You gotta go get it fixed, get people where they need to go, get everything done, and get it done on time.
Makes sense. Right now, Powerade's on time. He's starting his attack real quick, but I still wanted to ask you about the guys that are going to be taking the field for Aphelion. What's the culture like? Are you guys super serious? Are you having fun? What's it like with these guys?
Well, I mean, their past name was Fuzzy Wuzzy. When we announced them, they had Hawaiian shirts on. You can kind of tell by that they like to have fun. They're a great group of guys. Backstage before this, and last night, they were doing push-up contests. It's very calm, it's very chill. They're ready to go, and they're excited.
I mean, that's what we do here. It's about community, right?
I mean, it's about community, it's about having fun. If you're playing games and you're not having fun, what are you really doing?
That is better said than I ever could. We're going to go have some fun ourselves. We're going to continue the attack and let the casters take it away.
All right, Powerade X is in. He's doing a little Warden Walk here with the Zap Titans. The Flinger's going to work on getting that Town Hall. He zapped out and got the invisibility spell out. So now, once he gets in here, the Flinger can take down the Town Hall. The Warden is drawing the attention of the Scatter Shot and the Expo. He's going to start to pull him out with the Titans. But Warden steps in, Eric.
No, he's okay. He's okay. He can pull that Warden out. Hopefully,
come on, Warden.
Come on, Warden. Warden, you got to look out. Warden, look out behind you. He's taking Eagle Artillery Strikes. He goes to a Warden ability. No. He's not taking the turn here. This is a big, big problem for Powerade. The slow trudge of that Warden Walk needs to get the other troops to pull him over, and so we can travel with them. So now they're all left stranded. No healers, no Warden support, able to secure the Town Hall, but I think he would have gone either way. And now he's in trouble. He's in trouble. This might be the opportunity for Lotus Gaming to get back in this war.
Oh, man, what a heartbreak. That Warden just got a little too close. Snuck in there. The Warden was listening to the interview, wasn't paying attention to the Electro Titans.
Yeah, he's got them walking in behind him, and he struggled to find the attention that he needs. But yeah, this Queen makes her way forward, but she's already used her ability. She's very vulnerable. He's gonna have her hanging on. Those healers will not transfer.
Oh,
they're stopping right there.
Come on, get some healing, Queen.
He's got the unicorn trying to keep her alive as long as possible. She's gone. There's nothing to do about it here, Bash.
Yeah, she was hanging on, but that single there, the single's going to eat up the board. And you're right, this is going to be the opportunity Lotus needs. They still need a triple, but if they can get that triple, they're going to be up on percent, I think, after this.
Yes, huge opportunity for them. And that, you never know what's going to happen here. Like, you're going to have the attack well structured. And honestly, this is a very good base here. The jump had some really high value. He had good wall breaks. He was able to push his way in with those Electric Titans. But he needed the support of the Warden. He needed the healers to transfer over. And now he's really left a lot of the board here. 68%, the lowest attack of the war. And that Warden did him dirty.
Yeah, I agree. And it seemed like he should pull out there, but it's just maybe a tile away from that pull radius. Remember, he'll follow those troops if he's close enough, and they were just out of his radius to be pulled out there, man. Oh, that's a heartbreaker. That, man, I don't want to say it, but that almost takes a little bit of wind out of their sails.
Oh, yeah, they had so much momentum, but then you end up with that time fail, and it's just like that teetering off just a little bit there. The strong start, and now the crash. Okay, well, now they need to regather themselves here because they are definitely still in a strong position, especially if they can pick up a defense here. So we need to give them the confidence that they've earned so far. Okay, maybe not switching in the gears here.
Same thing.
Just a shift up in the gears here as he sends in this Queen charge in from the bottom corner to go pick up the air defense, and then he's got the recall with Flame Flinger starting on the left side.
This is very similar to what we saw from Sam earlier from Golden Eggs. He's got that Flinger in the opposite corner of the Queen. He's going to set this pathing, recall her, set the pathing on the opposite side, and probably send those E-Drags right through the Town Hall.
Exactly, but he's already got a wall break on the far left side of the base. You see that wall break that he did over by the right side scatter shot? So he has access for the Queen to walk along that outside edge and clearly get access in there to snag it off as he walks by. But he needs to get these E-Drags to go through the core. So some key targets as they push through the core will be the defensive Queen, the CC, the Monolith, the Town Hall, obviously. And if he can get the defensive Road Champion, I guess he can get her with either the Electro Dragons or the Queen charge. So he's definitely set himself up for success. And here we go, Bash. The Electro Dragons will begin their charge, and they're not going to have to face any sweepers on their way in the base.
going right in behind the sweepers, counters that. And the nice thing with the E-Drags, you use that Warden ability early enough, they should be well protected in here. They have the disperse of that enemy king. Range spell is down. The Warden ability will go off. There it is. Warden ability's in. Queen's engaging the enemy World Champion. She stays up. She's fine through there. And now it's on the E-Drags to power through the middle.
I like the pacing of the Queen right now. She's able to funnel the dragons to stay together here. They're into the core targets. They get the monolith down. They do not get the defensive CC down. He engages the defensive Queen. His Warden does get shot down before he can finish her off.
Queen went to ability.
Okay, well, this is going to be a little bit of a problem. He's got the CC now coming out. His healers are getting targeted up top here. He might be in trouble, Bash.
I agree. Here comes the World Champion. A lot of base still remaining. That Queen is under so much pressure. She's going to fade here. Go, great freeze. Great freeze there from Agent 33, but the Queen is still under so much pressure. Has to use the invisibility spell. Meanwhile, the World Champion's working down the bottom. She's frozen from the Ice Cone. The Rocket Loon goes down. There's so much pressure on this attack right now.
Yeah, luckily he had the King right there to go to Phoenix and give a little bit of a shielding for the World Champion, so she's able to pull through it, but he's not quite out of this yet. He's got to get this Queen through. She lost all of her healers. She lost the wing.
Done.
Look at the Phoenix. What's the Phoenix doing? Could the Phoenix clutch this?
Nope.
No,
not today.
All the traps are going up. It's going to be a little bit short. So a little bit of breathing room now for Golden X, and it's gonna come down to the final exchange. It is percentage advantage into Lotus Gaming's favor, but Golden X has the stars, and it's all gonna come down to what happens with these final two attackers.
Golden X, 3-star, and you win. You continue on the upper bracket. Eric, if I told you that Golden X had a chance at 13, would you have believed me?
Oh my God, that's above their average. I think I don't know where they've hit 13 throughout the season here, but that is a very, very high bar to reach there that only a few select teams at the very highest end of Clash of Clans esports have been able to ever hit. But, I mean, they have their chance at it now, and they could take this war if they can get it.
Golden X has played well. I believe they've just been close in a lot of their wars, just a lot of bad breaks, a lot of little, like what we saw in Power Raid's attack, where, you know, the Warden does pull up. Just one attack, something goes wrong, and then they're out of the war. And that's how their season's been. But one thing went wrong, and they're still in this war with a chance to win it.
Oh yeah, just because they had such a strong start there. They had such an incredible start, but even the time fail holding them really close in with Lotus Gaming here, so they're definitely at risk right now of getting passed up. So we know that Criticus can handle that pressure, but can Panda X for the final attack here out of Golden X as he gets ready to send this in, Bash?
Panda, don't fumble the ball here. You're right there on the 1-yard line. Get it across, Panda. Good luck to you. He's in, and it's going to be a smashing attack here. We got Electro Titans. We do have some invisibility, so we might see a Blizzard to start. Here we go. Blizzard for the Town Hall. So he's going to grab this Town Hall early and then smash the rest of the base.
Needs to get the value out of the Blizzard here, but it also sets the funnel. Giant bombs are going off in the area there. What's still alive? He's got Super Wizards chaining off at the Town Hall. Going to not only take the Town Hall, but picks up the Poison Tower beyond it. He can get this Expo as he chains off of the Wizard Tower. 2 different targets to chain off of, and he's off to a good start here. He's got P.E.K.K.A.s, and he has these Electro Titans that can do great. A lot of times people throw witches out on the other flank there to funnel the main group in, but because we have those multi-infernos on the outside that the witches would not be able to power through, he opts to send in the P.E.K.K.A.s to work on the outside, and that might be a very, very smart play. But I don't know. We'll have to see what happens here, Bash.
I'm a little bit nervous about this. So it looks like he's going to push through the Scattershot compartment, jump into the Clan Castle, jump out of the Clan Castle, and it's going to give him access to most of the base. As long as these troops follow and don't go to that workshop, I'm a little bit worried. They need to go inside. Okay, they're going in. Okay, first obstacle's underway. The troops are in the middle of the base.
Yeah, but he didn't use the P.E.K.K.A.s to funnel. They're on the inside of the base there, meaning there's a lot of trash out on the far left that he's going to have to send something in to go after and make sure his troops don't walk out of the base there. A couple of the troops are all over on that far left side. They got a healer there to support him. The main push goes through the middle, gets the monolith down into the Eagle Artillery. Queen locks onto it. She's going to take it down. And the World Champion actually starts over on the far right and will wrap around where he's got tons of troops in position. But watch out for this Rage Tower boosting the Expo damage. All the multi-infernos. The Queen is in trouble. She'll claim an Expo before she goes back into danger. He's not quite out of this yet. He's got a chance, though. It's starting to thin out a little bit, though, Bash.
It's thinning, Eric. I'm a little bit worried. He's still got multis on the back. He's got the King. I don't think this gets there. I don't think this has a chance.
Oh, no. Okay, you know what that means, though. That means this war will now come down to Lotus Gaming. The defense that they needed happens. So if Lotus Gaming is able to close out a triple on their final attack with percentage advantage, they will move on and stay in the upper bracket of the Snapdragon Finals.
Oh, baby. This one's going to climb up a little bit, but, man, it just fizzled out in the middle. And we've seen this with these smash attacks. When they get in those rage cores, they just get obliterated. And that's exactly what happened here. He got everything where he wanted, just those rage towers doubling the damage of everything, they can't handle it.
Yeah, that's a little rough there. I mean, yeah, that rage tower is a very threatening area to move into, and he was kind of sideswipe it there. Like, you notice the placements of the jump spell, where a lot of people don't even get 2 jumps when they do Electro Titan smash attacks because they try to pair with the lightning. So a little bit out of the box here, using the blizzard to set it up, and it almost worked for him, but does fall short, and this is now the opportunity for Lotus.
All right, it's going to come down to Goreticus. If Goreticus 3 stars, Lotus survives the scare. Let's be honest. There's no way they could have expected this. Golden X came out hot. They put that pressure on early, but the 2 missteps have left the door wide open. Percent doesn't matter. It's 3-star and win. 2-star, he goes to that lure bracket.
Oh yeah, but it wouldn't be a finals without Goreticus up here. He's been to so many of these big events here, and he's definitely one of the most seasoned players in this entire competition. You know that with that kind of experience that he can handle the pressure of the big stage, and he's done it many, many times before. And man, this is, I'm trying to get my mind into his mind right now to try to understand the kind of pressure that he's under when you have the lights coming at you from the stage here. You got everybody coming down with the pressure. Like, this is not an easy situation for him to be in right now, but I mean, there's no better man for the job.
Eric channeling his inner Professor X, trying to read the minds of Goreticus, see how he's feeling, and he's going in now with a Lalo. Looks like it could be Super Archer Blimp here. He's got the double clone, or it could be Super Minions. We'll see what comes out of the Blimp. He's going to use that Warden ability to get the Blimp in position. And with that Invisibility Tower, I would love to see a Super Archer Blimp here. So here we go. Balloons are going to go ahead and thin out the side, and the Blimp's going to land in here. They'll go ahead and, I'm assuming, have some filler troops. Goblins, wall breakers, and then the Super Archers will get close.
Not only that, but he took full advantage of that Warden ability. He's able to sneak in some headhunters to get the defensive queen out of the way in that area, but the Super Archer Bomb lands, and the value of the Super Archer Bomb may or may not determine this match here. He's gonna secure the town hall. He can reach that multi over the walls. The long Super Archer Bomb value, able to clear out that entire half of the base. But he's got a long way to go here, because here we go with the hero starting at the very bottom, sending a couple of spare balloons to go pick up this ground expo to give his heroes the best chance of pulling through as possible. But Bash, it all comes down to this.
I love this open for Goreticus. He got so much value out of this Super Archer Blimp, but you're right, it's on the heroes now. Heroes are working it. I love the play to get that Expo out. That's ground bow. It would target those heroes and eat them alive, especially with that Rage Tower there. You don't want to deal with it. Rage goes off, rages up the Eagle, rages up the Scattershot, rages up those Expos. There's so much going on in here. It's hard to see it. Queen's working through. King goes to Phoenix. Here comes the world champion. All he's got to do is thin this out and clean it up with Lalo.
He can do the Lalo very easy on the backside of the base with no ward support. Everything's so thin back there. I'm not really worried about that. I'm worried about his heroes pushing all the way across and having a way to deal with the defensive Royal Champion. The Royal Champion, probably the biggest obstacle left on the base that he doesn't have accounted for yet. His Royal Champion makes the approach invincible. He goes, and he does get the Royal Champion through the Scattershot. He can definitely pull through here if he can find a way to get past that defensive Royal Champion. He's got the ground defense in the area that could snipe off his headhunters. I think he's got it if he can find a way to get through here. He's got to time these headhunters absolutely perfectly.
The headhunters have to be perfect, but there's a cannon over there. And he's going to have to throw a couple balloons on their ground bow as well. This is going to be tough, Eric. There's an air defense on the backside. I am worried, Eric. I am worried. This is going to be a tough finish for Goreticus. It's all on the line. Lotus.
Here we go.
3-star and you win.
Get her down. He's going to push the balloons in. He's just taking the shots. He's being patient. Wait until he rips through the expo. Headhunters deploy. All the ground defenses are out of the way. He's got 30 seconds to close it out. He's got a big clump of blues going through. They're going to the Arch Tower first, though. Bash, they're getting shot down. He's got all the minions. 20 seconds to close it. Go, Goreticus, go!
He's got it, Eric. It's going to be a 3-star for Lotus Gaming. They get the victory, and they beat Golden X in a close score.
Oh, my goodness. That was wild. flamed from behind, and they do ultimately make it through. Golden X, the underdog team, will be sent down to the lower bracket, where they'll continue to fight for survival.
What an incredible war from both of these squads. I've never seen a more clutch attack in my life. Oh, baby, it was all on the line, and Goreticus delivers.
Yeah, that was wild. Yeah, you gotta wonder how he's feeling right there with his heart pumping.
My heart's pumping.
That was probably one of the most wild finishes, and I didn't know what to expect from our underdog team coming to this. I didn't expect Golden X to come out swinging as hard as they could. They have definitely gonna win some fans with that one, because they played well today.
If that RC stays back a little bit, he might have defended, but that RC stepped up into the pups and minions, and she was able, also it puts her on the edge for the headhunter.
Yeah.
If she stays tucked back a little bit, he might have been in trouble, but works out in his favor, gets the clutch 3-star. What a war, oh my goodness. What a start to DreamHack San Diego.
No kidding, and that air defense was almost able to stop these balloons as they made their way through. But pushing in the Lalo when you don't have a warden to support, you have 0 spells to support, you gotta play it flawlessly. But now, at the big stage here, let's pass it over to FDOT, because he's standing by with our winners.
All right, folks, thank you so much. Great commentary for a great match. And I'm sitting here with Goreticus the Great. Listen, jumping right in, 3-star to win it, do it or don't, you did it. What was going through your mind?
It was pretty crazy. A lot of pressure getting to that moment. You know, it's not often that you have the last hit where you know you triple and win, don't triple and you fail. So a lot of pressure, but it's a lot of fun. Enjoyed it with the guys. We battled through a rough start, but yeah, excited.
Is the squad like clutch or kick, or are they really like supportive? What's the vibe in that situation?
No, super supportive. Even when we struggle starting out, there's a lot of positivity, and that kind of helps us, pull ourselves back up and get going. So yeah, just a lot of positivity, a lot of support, and they believe the whole time.
That doesn't seem to be a one side of the stage affair either. After the match, Lotus, Golden X came over. You guys were really, really friendly. Obviously, it's competitive, but talk to me about Clash community and what it's like up here.
Yeah, that's something I've seen at all of the LANs that we've been to, is the community. When you're together, you're on different teams and you're competing against each other all year, but when you're there, like, we go out and have fun, we go out and get ice cream, we go, explore the city. Like, it's a good time, so we all enjoy it, and we're happy to be here together.
The guys from Aphelion in the front row making some noise out here. And like I said, you earned some noise. You guys are moving on this much closer to the finals. What's your confidence level like?
Yeah, super confident. Hopefully that's our biggest rough patch that we'll go through, but we're looking forward to the next wars. We're going to see some good ones from the guys at Aphelion and Taco, so we're going to see how that goes and then see who we're facing next.
Awesome, man. Congratulations on the dub. You did a great job, and good luck in the future. Back to you.
I mean, talk about a way to kick off the finals, almost with a massive upset and then a save coming through at the end.
Wow.
I was not emotionally prepared for that.
They survived such a huge test. I'm not even gonna lie, and I told the Golden X guys, no disrespect, but 13-10 Lotus. And they like, we got this, Bash.
They
we
had
got
them
this, Bash.
on their toes the entire time. 2 early 3-stars set the tone for that match.
Oh yeah, but you got that experience from Lotus, and I feel like that, being able to keep cool under that kind of pressure, is a very, very big deal in a match like this.
Yes, there were a lot of recall spells used in this match, if you guys didn't notice. And so we have one particular attack that I want to look at. It was a fun one. It was the Eric Jinx Sam X on this attack. We've been seeing this a lot lately in the community, these recall charges with the E-Dragons into the Town Hall, where you can see Sam using the Flame Flinger on one side of the base to set an early funnel on the top side here. You see the Queen being deployed to make the funnel on one corner of the base, and then the recall spell, Bash's favorite word, the yoink. Get her out of there, drop her again on another corner, and we're eliminating 3 corners nice and early in order to set up the pathing for the E-Drags to move right into the Town Hall. This was a fun one. He had to deal with the Invis Tower, with the Monolith, but with a good few Rage spells and freezes, he's able to get through all that. And as long as the E-Drags are able to clear these Inferno Towers here, the queen, the king, the royal champion are meant to take out the rest of the base.
Flex, the anticipation's killing me here. We saw this attack, and Eric and I turned around to see reaction. What happened to the queen at the end?
Yeah.
That's exactly what I want to point out here. So we're going to skip through a little bit of the middle part of the attack, jump to the last 30 seconds here with the queen on the bottom side. I mean, it was looking good for Sam. Everybody thought it was a 3-star. Queen still had the ability. All she had to do was kill the enemy queen and the warden tower. What went wrong was the timing on the queen ability, and the tornado trap saved the base. So look at this. When he pops the ability, tornado spins her.
That's what
And she can no longer hit the queen, and she switches targets to Skellies.
I turned my back to my monitor, and I was expecting to turn it around and see the whole team on their feet cheering.
Same.
And I was waiting for that reaction, and then it never happened. I turned back around, and the base is sitting just like this, like you see it now. That was tragic. And that could have been the difference in the war here.
It was the difference. We could argue that tornado trap and Skelly traps,
It
saved Lotus.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Listen, you thought you knew what was going to happen, and every single time we get into these high-intensity competitions, the teams just throw a wrench into the best laid plans. It's keeping all of us on our toes. We'll take a look back at the bracket and see what that does, because it was almost a different ending here. But Lotus Gaming keep themselves in that upper bracket, which means Golden X will drop down, but they are not yet out, okay? They still have one more opportunity to make a run through the lower bracket and get themselves into finals. But that also means it's time for another short break. You can see we've got Taco Esports and Aphelion coming up on the other side of that break, so don't go anywhere. You're watching the Snapdragon Pro Series.
Snapdragon Pro Series, powered by Samsung Galaxy, is brought to you by Snapdragon Elite Gaming, Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, Monster Energy, DHL, and the U.S. Air Force.
Get it, dime on the mission, snap any minute, cash any when to stop tripping on me, stop this.
We've been building toward this day for months, the second season of the Snapdragon Mobile Challenge.
The Brawl Stars players in the world.
The first team that probably comes to mind for most viewers is the undefeated Lois?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Snapdragon camera not following me.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. All right, I broke it. Help.
Okay, let's go straight to another take. I got this. Once they had finally both... Huh?
That's right, Glitter. The standings are starting to shape up, and I gotta restart that one.
Who will claim that they were...
I'm looking for a happy ending for Taco Esports Night. Can I say that?
Actually hilarious.
Can I say that?
Well, that just... I felt the laugh coming and I was trying to keep it in and it just was not. It wasn't gonna happen.
I'll help you break it down, and we'll see all the implications a little bit later. Bang! Puts it in!
It could be fun to try something new. You never know.
Man, we are so over the top and obnoxious, and I love it. That's literally my entire job description.
Wait!
Stop touching things. Oh my goodness.
See, this is why they don't let me do this job.
Let's do this.
Let's do it. This war is going to be exciting. I like this matchup quite a bit statistically out. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. It's a day.
But that's it for this time, so make sure you just... Son of a... Dude, I don't even know what the f I'm saying. I don't know what's happening anymore. I just gotta go. I gotta go. I don't remember any of that happening. I think they made that up. I don't.
Yeah.
Bash, that was definitely you though, Bash.
Yeah, that's the stuff you guys don't see when we're trying to run lines and. Well, Eric doesn't know how to run lines, and I'm just bad at it.
I can't read a script for my life. I always just make it up on the go.
Yep, just wing it. That's the best way to do it.
It's true.
Conveniently, you weren't in any of those.
Yeah, wait.
Calculated. I did that on purpose.
Wait, we don't have anything from rehearsals? Come on, crew. Let's get exposed Lex, too.
Yeah, that's not fair. That's not fair at all.
I think it is more than fair.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? We're just going to look at the bracket again and remind people what we're supposed to be talking about here, other than all of our failures throughout the season. Because we just watched Lotus Gaming and Golden X go head-to-head in an insane war. Lotus Gaming clutching it up right at the end, moving themselves through the upper bracket, which means now we're going to be moving down, looking at Taco Esports, going up against Aphelion Nebula to see who's the next team that continues on through and who drops down to go up against Golden X. I think this is going to be a really fun matchup. Taco versus Aphelion. There's lots to talk about here.
Oh, these two teams are really fun to watch, and honestly, I think they're pretty evenly matched. Both get hot, both get cold, but Taco Esports coming in. Look at those new jerseys representing with the Taco on there. That's cool.
Yeah, you can't see at the bottom, but there's another
I see
taco.
it right there.
There's the Taco.
Fuego.
That's great. That's amazing. I love this team. They're definitely a team with a lot of character, and we like to see that coming to the big stage here. And I think they're also a very strong team in the competition here, and we look forward to seeing them play.
It's going to be an amazing team, a fun name, fun attacks. Really looking forward to seeing what they can bring to the table today.
Yeah, I like this team a lot. But one of the issues we saw with them throughout Challenge is they're hot and cold. Hopefully they can build up some of that momentum, because remember, Eric, they started off, what, 1-2 or 1-3 or something, and then they came back and ended up 4-3. So they built that momentum over the final couple weeks.
Well, I mean, if it's a taco-themed team and they're on a hot streak right now, then I mean,
no.
they put the salsa on, baby. Let's go.
Not the hot salsa joke.
Oh, no.
that's. I know you're new here, but the whole show is dad jokes.
Yeah.
Get with the program. No, I'm just kidding. No, honestly, though, this team, if they are on fire, they are on fire, and hopefully they can bring it. If the first war is any indicator, we're in for an amazing day of Clash of Clans Esports.
Yeah, that first war was great. From the Eric Jinxes, the awesome triples, super close attacks, and that final attack with the 3-star. Looking forward to it, hoping this match can be just as good.
And there he is, our team mascot, you want to say there? Taco Tony himself. I mean, he's just a man of character right there, but also a man of skill, as he was able to get his team here today and They're definitely looking to prove themselves, and who knows, maybe they can come out with a championship and claim their first one here.
But their opponents, I mean, they're really good as well. I think this, out of the first couple matches, I would say this was our most balanced matchup. Halo, Damien, Dobbs, Kirk, and Will. These guys like to have fun, but they also know when it's time to get serious. We heard the owner, Charlie, say these guys were doing a push-up contest last night.
Oh, yeah.
They're off the wall.
This is a team that is a lot of players who have been out to big competitions. I saw a lot of these same players playing in the last Snapdragon Finals out in Poland, and they are a team that is definitely going to have the edge with the competitive experience here, and that's a big play in this, be able to know what to expect here when you come to a stage like this, right, Lex?
Yes, exactly as you said. This is a storied team. All 5 of these players have a lot of experience. They've shifted around over the years through a few different teams, but they've all been to these tournaments before. They know what to expect, and hopefully they'll be ready to shine today when it matters the most.
And honestly, like, I hate to like re-harp on a point I already made, but they're a really hot and cold team also. They came out, they had that really good week where they were 2-1, and their one loss was a 1 building loss to Lotus. But then the next week they came out and they went like 0-2. So both of these teams can get hot. Both of these teams can light it up, and I hope we see that here today.
We saw the same thing with Golden X, where they play hot and cold. But I noticed a lot of teams, when they reach this big stage and they're able to have the pressure, the preparation, everything come to play, like they're gamed in here. They are ready to go. And I a lot of times see people come and play at a higher level on the stage than they would otherwise.
Listen, this team might be known for some of my favorite Hawaiian shirts, the personalities. There's no pools to jump in here, so they're a little bit of the class clowns. But when it comes to the season finals, we had a chance to catch up with them, and for them, it's no laughing matter.
So our greatest strengths are probably our personalities. We're not a team of grinders.
This is our ability to have fun. We have a great time out there.
Oh, he's going for another one! He's on
Oh. We tend to get sidetracked sometimes. Sometimes we have a bit too much fun.
We have known each other for over 4 years, so it makes the chemistry really good.
We end up laughing a bit too much, and we're not focused enough during the war, and then we make simple mistakes that eventually cost us matches.
And in the end, we actually ended up making it to San Diego. And it's all thanks to our fans, so shout out to everyone back home.
I believe some teams could take us less seriously because of being funny, but we like being ourselves, so whatever it is to them. Maybe take it slightly and lose it.
Yeah, we see this as an opportunity to prove ourselves for sure. We had a stretch where we went 10-0, and we want to continue to ride off that wave, and we want to play off that high we had during Ladder 2.
I think this is a chance to redeem ourselves. We've come here prepared and we're ready to win. And this season especially, we've put in pretty much everything we've got to get here, and it's no easy feat to become champions of this league.
Coming together, meeting each other for the first time, and getting the trophy would be amazing. Also, if we can be first in North America, we can also be first in the world.
We haven't thought about any celebrations yet, but now that it's brought up, we're going to go back and we're going to cook it up and find something, and maybe you guys right now watching the stream will see it.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, we've seen the juggling, the jumping in the pools. This team knows how to have a good time, but now they're going to take this more seriously. Okay, this is a big stage.
Oh, 100%. And so I made sure to spend time with all these teams, and Halo had me in stitches the whole night. Halo is so serious, but at the same time, last night, Bash, we have matches, we got practice, we have to buckle down and get ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, and you don't get to see a team's ridiculous celebrations and their fun if they never reach in these big stages, but they consistently are getting here. This team came to play today, and I'm excited to see what kind of celebration they have for us if they are able to take this win here.
Super excited. These guys are a fun crew. I also got the chance to hang out with them a lot this week already, and they are just such good guys. They bring a lot of energy, a lot of momentum to the table. Really looking forward to see them getting excited on camera when they hit some of those 3-star attacks.
Yeah, it's good stuff for sure. But let's go ahead and look at the stats between these two teams, which we've said this should be a pretty close matchup. And looking at the stats, wow, they're pretty close, right?
Definitely.
Like, look at that. The average of stars, average percent, right there, neck and neck.
Oh yeah, right there with, and this is exactly where you want to be there. A lot of these stars, especially the wars in these big stages are won at the 12 and 13 star mark there. So they just got to do a little bit better than their average there. They just got to hit at that 12 star mark there, and that could be the difference. But I mean, we saw that you needed 13 to win some of the wars earlier today. So you never know what's really going to happen here.
Very interesting to see their percentages so close as well. So even the fails today are going to be super important. Trying to grind, trying to get above that 90% mark is going to make all the difference in every single attack.
All right, it's definitely going to be a close one, especially after what we saw the first time around already. I think this whole day is going to be close. But chat, we want to hear from you as well. If you were hanging out with us, let us know your thoughts on this next war. Will it be Taco or will it be Aphelion who comes out on top? It's going to be a big back and forth. If you're in Twitch chat, use the poll down below and let us know, because I'm excited to get into it. Bash, we're going to give you a little bit of a break after the first one. We're going to be getting into the next one with Eric and Lex Knows. And I'm not going to hold this up, okay? Let's just dive straight into it. I'm excited.
All right, let's get ready to do this, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for Aphelion Nebula taking on Taco Esports as we get ready to get underway here, Lex.
Yes, both these teams finishing up their preparations, getting ready for the first attack of the match. You can see Halo there getting all sorts of excited. He loves this environment. Not his first time here either.
Yes, indeed. But, I mean, you got so much character on both of these teams here. I'm really hoping for some fun celebrations here as they not only have the crowd cheering, but they'll be cheering for each other as they play through as well. But, ladies and gentlemen, let's kick it off.
Here we go.
Dobbs Ben going to be opening up for our opening attack with an Electro Dragon attack here. He's got the Battle Drill and the Queen Charge. So this has obviously been a very strong attack in the meta, but usually against the box bases, you don't see this against these more diamond or anti-3-star style bases here, Lex.
Very interesting to see the anti-3s from Taco Esports, and we have been seeing a lot of these Queen Walk E-Drag attacks today, but also important to note, this one not going with that recall spell that we've been seeing time and time again in the first match today.
So in that case, he's going to need to use the Queen to form the funnel for the Electro Dragons to keep coming from the top side or the bottom side. Now, he's going to put the King at the top side. It looks like the Electro Dragons are going to go in from that direction, and so he's going to have to find a way to get more value out of the Queen other than just clearing out the Eagle Artillery compartment. But we can see that he's already setting that up on the other side of that compartment she's in, and she will hopefully eventually go that direction.
Oh, she's not going there, Eric. She's got other plans today, going for a wall as the E-Drags hit the tornado trap. They're spinning in circles as well, but he's still got that battle blimp in the queue in his pocket.
Yeah, he's fighting the sweeper, but he's got the rage down to fight.
Oh, she switched to a different wall.
Okay, Queen's just she's just finding different walls. She's the ultimate wall breaker. Everybody knows that. And Lex, here comes that blimp, but he has to manage the invisibility tower by the town hall. And these E-Drags have been thinned out with the sweeper, causing all kinds of problems, and the Monolith potentially cause problems as well.
The Battle Blimp makes it to the Town Hall. The perfect timing on that freeze spell for the invisibility tower secures the Town Hall. 2 stars in the bag. But Dobbs Ben is in big trouble here as the Queen goes down, the King goes down, the Warden goes down, and now he is just left wondering where to use this champion.
Wow, maybe that wasn't the right call for this base here. That Monolith and the sweeper did a lot of work there, and the Queen just did not want to cooperate. She went too deep in that compartment. Remember the rule 3 makes so that she'll choose one of the 3 closest targets to her. If they're all behind walls, she will attack that wall rather than circling around when it looks like there's potentially other targets that she could reach. But this World Champion will sweep across the bottom of the base here, and is all for naught. She's not going to have enough to punch it through.
I love the use of that skeleton spell to help out the champion, but just too much damage on that south side of the base. The Warden Tower, the ground bow, the scatter shot is just devastating. Down she goes, and he's just looking to pick up as many percentage points as possible here.
Yeah, unfortunately, that Queen would have been able to be there to support if she could have survived, but you also needed those Electro Dragons to stay more towards the middle and go into the Monolith and the Sweeper, but they just kept getting knocked back. It was relentless right there, knocking them away from the Monolith, making so that they could never even reach the Sweeper there. And even with the King working on that funnel on the outside, it just wasn't enough to deliver them where he needed them.
No, maybe if the Queen had gone the way that he wanted her to, it could have had a real solid chance there, but that Queen pathing, I guess the base is just built specifically to stop this sort of walk. I mean, you can see those dead zones there on both sides of that compartment. It definitely helped give BJG Baller the big defense here early on in this matchup.
Yeah, he's even trying to freeze in the middle of the base there, but you see the freeze that was on the Invisibility Tower and the CC. That was probably a misplay right there, and he probably was intending to freeze up the Sweeper instead. This freeze needed to go where it was placed. to make sure he was able to secure the Town Hall and stop that invisibility tower. That was the most important thing. Even if things are going a little bit wrong, you got to make sure that you 100% secure the Town Hall takedown. And if he didn't get it with the blimp there, he would have kind of been in a tough spot there where he didn't really have another way unless the Road Champion could sneak past the defensive CC and get through and take it. So he played it safe there towards the end when he realized things were starting to go wrong, and that's probably the right call in that base.
Fun to note there, the Queen also died through ability to rocket balloons, but he had the Phoenix with the Queen. So she died through ability, but then came back, beat through a wall, and still got one Inferno Tower for him.
I was wondering why the healers were abandoning her. I was like, wait, did she? I couldn't tell if she was running the Unicorn or the Phoenix, because running the Phoenix on the Queen is a very abnormal thing here. But now, responding right away and attacking right back at the person who attacked him, it is a return fire from BJG Baller as he drops in Super Wizards out of this blimp into the Town Hall compartment and locks on the Town Hall nice and safely. Anything you get after that Town Hall is a bonus, but big things here. He got the funnel forward while he took the Town Hall down, and he landed inside of the defensive CC range so he can pull it out and he can fight it in safety.
Did he only use 2 invis there? I think so, and he only's got 1 left over. That was a pretty bold move there, only bringing 3 invis spells on a Blizz Lalo there, but he gets good value. The Town Hall, the Builder Hut to the right of it, I think he got the full CC pool as well. I see at least 2 super minions there. He killed a few other troops as well. It could be something lingering behind, but look at this single target Inferno Tower locking onto the Queen as the Skelly spell was late, and that's going to cost him a free spell here, Eric.
Yeah, but it was well worth it there to hold on to the Queen ability, preserve her HP. She's still looking nice and healthy. King will pop his ability, and he's going to have the King circle around and go to the scatter shot compartment, while the Queen continues to have some barbarians out in front of her, giving her a little bit of protection along with the King there, providing tons of protection.
What can he do with this wall breaker? Look at
Oh,
this
there we
wall
go,
breaker.
wall breaker. He's got a Queen
still
ability
has
with
the
it too.
invis spell.
Oh,
that's going to give him access to the monolith in the core with that Queen ability. As you mentioned, she is going to be able to clear the core here, and that's going to make a huge difference for this Lalo moving in through the top side of the base. He might even be able to clip this champion in the Warden ability if he uses it early enough.
Look at the Queen.
She's fighting the enemy Queen. The archers are tanking. The Queen takes the Queen, moving into the backside of the base, and he still has that Warden ability on standby. Look at his champion on 1 HP as well.
Not only that, he's got a stack of free spells here with a whole bunch of balloons on standby. He can start to drop them in to try to keep everybody centered, but he's rounding around this multi-inferno. He needs to find a way to go to the right side multi, and that's going to be a problem. Rage tower goes off. Ooh, it's a good thing he's got all his freezes.
He's dropping all his freezes at once.
Every single one of them.
Freeze after freeze after freeze. The double damage scatter shot. It insta-kills all these balloons. The multi on the right side is still up. And it just fizzles out, Eric. I thought he had this.
Oh my God, Lex, I mean, that you just had everything go around that multi that stays standing. They were all grouped up, and they were fed directly into the scatter shot. Because he had to invest every single one of his freezes to try to lock down these Infernos with that Rage Tower going off, a raged up scatter shot hit against that clump of balloons, there's no chance it can pull through after that. That is so much damage.
No chance at all. You got to give credit to that Rage Tower placement here. It covered not only the scatter shot, but 2 Inferno Towers. All of those defenses doing double damage, forced him to use 3 of his freezes, it looked like, all at the same time, just to try and stay alive.
And those Rage Towers are very difficult to move the Lalos through, and if you're going to leave that up into the back end and rely on your Lalo to go through it, you have to have a lot of resources. He did have a lot of resources. It still stopped him. That's really, really insane there, but it is going to be now a percentage advantage because he was able to climb the percentage high enough, so they're going to have the lead here to start off this war. Luckily, they had a lucky break right there with that big miss out of Affiliate to open up, so they can work with that, Lex.
They definitely can. What percentage did they hit there? Was it in the mid-80s?
Yeah, it was like 85, I think it was, or 86.
85, yeah. So 10 building lead here early for Taco Esports. They're going to be able to hopefully use that for their mentality here going into the next round. But now all the pressure right back onto Affiliate Nebula. What can they do with their next attack? What do you think they need to do here?
I mean, well, you got to get out here and, well, I mean, you have that big miss there. You just got to shake that off. You got to get out here and just come out with the next one. Forget that happened. Just go into it like it's your first attack of the war and I mean, you gotta like just tune everything out. There's so much going around with everything going on at DreamHack here. There's so much noise. There's so many people. There's people walking all over the place there. Crowds cheering in your face, and you just kind of have to tune it all out there, and you have to concentrate. And with the competitive experience that Soham has, he should be able to pull that off here. Let's see if he can make it happen as he charges in. A queen charge from the left side of the base there. He's got a battle drill on standby and a full-scale Lalo to send in his base.
Yes, also take note, he's got a Dragon Rider and even a Skeleton spell to help assist this queen charge Lalo. Really looking forward to it. It seems like he's really picked apart this base. He's got a plan for every single section. Having to use this first rage spell a little early might be unfortunate as she's still at full health, but as she gets in range of this rage tower, that Warden statue doing double damage is no joke.
Yeah, able to get a couple of black air bombs pulled, but I really like when they bring this solo Dragon Rider because it is extremely useful if you need to pick up a stray multi-inferno where the balloons, as we saw in the last attack, there can get melted into like the rage tower. And that area up there looks a bit threatening, but I think he has the tools to get the job done up there. And it looks like the battle drill, the Royal Champion, and the King all pushing across the bottom of the base here.
Yes, he is multitasking incredibly well right now. The King and the Champion on the bottom side. He did use the Skeleton spell over there as well. The battle drill, look at it go. Stunning the Eagle right now, so it won't be able to do any damage for a few seconds. He also has already engaged almost all the Teslas, I believe. They're in that middle section by the Queen. The King on the bottom side tanking these Eagle artillery shells, and there goes the Dragon Rider from the right side of the base, working alone.
Yeah, Queen's gonna end up going to the outside of the base there. She walks a lap, but doesn't get distracted onto the defensive trash buildings on the outside, but she does find the defensive Lava Hound. She'll help him power through that. And that Rage Tower actually is going to be potentially faded before the time that the balloons arrive into it and before the Queen goes back to the area.
He's out of freezes.
Okay.
Popping the Warden ability early here, Eric. The Tornado Trap spinning him in circles, and as the Warden ability wears off, look at all these balloons in the Giga Poison, taking damage, going into the multi, going into the back end Scattershot. He's only got one balloon for the back end. Okay. But he does have the Champion, and he got a healer swap off of the Queen.
And on top of that, he's got the invisibility. You can see him already cheering. Soham picks up the first triple of the war here as Aphelion Nebula played from behind a percentage, but they're not going to let that shake their confidence here, and he will pull Dread plenty of time to close this one out.
Look at how happy he is there. The plan was just too good. Even with all the balloons dying into the Giga Poison there, having to pop the Warden ability early, it didn't matter because he got the healer swap. He was talking to his healers. He told them the plan. They knew what was up, and they were able to help that Champion clear through the top Scattershot compartment.
Oh, yeah, I love it. And there was extra things in there that it's hard to track everything that's going on all at once there, but little things that helped him pull through. When the World Champion starts to get ahead of the pack there, and he's going through the Town Hall, watch when he pops the Warden ability right here. You see the Headhunters to deploy right under the Warden right there, so he times the Town Hall takedown with the Headhunters to cross through, and with the Headhunters taking out the defensive Queen, and with his own rage there active, they're able to take her down and clear the way, so his Royal Champion, once that healer swap happens, she is not intercepted by the defensive Queen, and that makes all the difference. It's all the little things that all add up here.
The little things, even those minions in nice and early for cleanup. So not only was it a 3-star, it was a fast 3-star, especially for a Queen charge attack. I mean, he had like 45 seconds left over.
Very, very efficient. But look at that. Oh, well, look at the performance there. 119 FPS. Oh, that's pretty good for Snapdragon. That's amazing. They do amazing things over there.
Yes, they do. And look at them getting ready for the next attacks. They are feeling confident now. And you can see the pressure on Taco Esports. They look like they're thinking. They got to come up with a good plan here, get that 3-star, and get the momentum back over to their side.
Oh, yeah, but it's going to be their team captain, Taco Tony himself. Make some noise. Taco Esports going to try to maintain their lead here as he sends in the Dragons. He's got Dragons, Electro Dragons, Dragon Riders with Rocket Balloons, Baby Dragons. He's going for the full mix here.
Yes, he is with that early battle blimp. What's in there? He lets it get all the way to the Town Hall. No spells invested thus far. It looks like it's going to be a sneaky Goblin blimp just to secure the Town Hall. The 1-star, nothing else around it, but that Baby Dragon is working on the top side of the base. He's already found a couple of Teslas around the right side while doing some funneling. Where do you think he's shaping up to send these Dragons?
Looks like they're going to come in from the right side. He's got the funnels. Like, I love what he did with the area down under this compartment where the E-Drag is deployed so that he can keep everybody a little bit more central on the base. He'll try to quickly take advantage of that area cleared up by the Town Hall, and if he can have a little group of Dragons split off to the left side and the bulk of them go right down the middle of the base there, coming in behind the sweeper. Then he can do some great things with that and set up his heroes to sweep at the backside. And right on cue, they deploy the bottom of the base there with a skeleton spell that's going to go in and get out in front of them and take a lot of the defense. He's got 2 more on standby here.
Yes, he does. I love that skeleton spell. The Skellies with the heroes. Unfortunately, that E-Drag on the right side of the base only got like 2 buildings. The early Teslas popped and just roasted that E-Dragon. But the E-Titan, the King, the Queen, working on the bottom side of the base, trying to clear through this Eagle Artillery section. But I can't help but notice all these dragons are fizzling out. E-Dragon, but the E-Titan, the King, the Queen, working on the bottom side of the base, trying to clear through this Eagle Artillery section, but fizzling out fast, Eric.
Okay, but he got the defensive CC destroyed there, so... Okay. He's got the engagement of the Queen on the right side. His heroes are making their way over there. This Road Champion, I think she has to clear out this left side compartment, and she's running out of steam.
She gets destroyed by those Teslas and the Skellies there in the end. It's all up to the Queen, the Diggy, the Unicorn. She cannot reach that 3rd Inferno Tower, has to skip it for now, and she can't even reach the Scatter either as she wraps around the base. Unicorn gets targeted by the Expo. Scatter Shot locks onto the Queen. He's got the Queen ability, but it looks like there's too much base for her to handle.
Yeah, even if she had the force to cross back through, which I don't think that she does, not with a raged up Expo on the far back end. Even if she got over there, she gets smoked. But the Expo that she engages here even does her in without the Unicorn to support. He'll chip away here and get a little bit more percentage with this last minion. Climbing it up to an 84 to close it out. Let that rage power go off one more time. A daunting defense there, boosting everything around it. Very difficult to move through those areas, and it really just shows to show how much preparation they put in the defenses here to hold back these players.
Yes, we've been seeing so many Rage Towers in the meta currently. It seems to be the favorite of all these pro attackers once they've been able to figure out really good ways to set them up, always keeping at least 2, sometimes even 3 key defenses within the range of those Rage Towers. It can be devastating damage, especially when they lock onto your heroes.
All right, well. Oh, Tony. Okay, well, shake that one off there. You got a lot of war left to play here. You're still in they're still in a very, very fine position where they have the percentage advantages very, very slightly out of grasp here. But, I mean, here's one of the biggest celebrators in Clash of Clans esports. He puts on a show every time he steps onto the field. It's Damien getting ready to come in for the next one. We saw in his most recent wars over there in the challenge phase as he dives into the pool to celebrate his attack there. This guy's a goofball. I love it. I love to see him play every single time he steps in his matches.
Just jumping into the pool mid-attack, making all of his teammates just burst out with laughter. It is amazing. We can see him getting ready here. He is laser focused on his device, ready for this attack, and he is coming in with a big Lalo strike with a clone spell. Are we going to see a Super Archer blimp here to kick it off?
No, he doesn't have enough invisibility for Super Archers. He's only got one of them going heavy
Yeti
to the freezes.
clone.
I'm thinking Yeti clone as well. Looks like it is. Yeti's come out. He waits for the... Was there a wall breaker in there? I think there might have been wall breakers and the Valkyries, but he's not able to get the defensive Queen out of the way. He was able to clear every defense in that compartment and put some heavy damage onto the defensive Queen and get the CC
Look at this
pull.
Inferno Baby Dragon.
Okay, freeze. He's
safe.
He's fine.
He's safe.
He's fine, Lex.
Don't jinx him. That freeze and poison gonna allow him to get through all these pups and that Inferno Baby Dragon. You can see everything he cleared on the right side. That Queen just sitting there on 1 HP, the defensive Queen that is, the Yeti, to help funnel this Queen, offensive Queen, into the Town Hall, and the King already being sent to do his thing on the top side of the base.
As soon as the King steps into a tanky position for that wall break, he's able to sneak it in the open corners. We're almost not allowing to go in there. You see there's an open corner above that Archer Tower where the King and the World Champion are standing.
I'm worried about this Queen pathing, Eric.
Oh, you're right.
I think she...
Oh, nice invisibility! Clutch play right there! He's keeping his cool, and his Queen will have the support of the Ice Golem. She steps her way in, and she will secure the Town Hall after what could have been a disaster.
Nicely done that he was watching that, or maybe his teammates were telling him in his ears, but Queen in for the Town Hall with that invisibility spell. King in on the top side, finishes off the enemy Queen, and here we go with the big low push. Rage Tower on defense, but no need to fear. The Eternal Tome is here. He pops it, gets another Lava Hound, moving through it as well toward the left side of the base. Did he have Headhunters in there to go for the champion?
He did. He had a big mob of Headhunters. They take out the defensive king. They claim the Royal Champion, but not before that Royal Champion intercepted his own Royal Champion, so he lost her in the process, and she was in charge of this right side multi, and this right side multi holds the line, and he'll invest the rest of his spells into the bottom one. But there's a lot of base left here, and he's out of spell support fighting the sweeper.
He's out of everything. You can see his troop bar on the bottom there. He's dropped everything. He's just sitting here hoping and wishing for a 3-star, but trap after trap, Expo on air mode, locking onto these balloons. They fizzle out. It's all up to the Warden, the Owl, the Phoenix, and an army of minions. He's going for percent at this point.
There's nothing else he can do here but sit back and watch like the rest of us as his army dwindles down here, and as this opens the door for Taco Esports to take the lead. I think the percentage is going to be left with a little bit too much on the board here to sustain if Taco Esports can get the triple. So that opens up a big opportunity that they absolutely must take advantage of now. I mean, they can't waste this, Flex.
Indeed, another 84% attack here. Aphelion Nebula not going to get that one through, and this is the door. As you mentioned, for Taco Esports, they need to take advantage of this. This is their time. They can swing the momentum with one solid hit right here and right now.
No celebration there on the miss there. A little bit unfortunate there for Damien. It was looking pretty clean
This
overall.
invis spell trick, though.
It was
nice.
It was
really
nice
good timing. Good catch there from him, or this could have been a 1-star.
Oh, he definitely could have. Yeah, with well, I mean, you see where he staggered. Like, you got to be careful when you're doing these attacks that you're not requiring yourself to be paying attention to 2 different spots simultaneously. You can't be doing 2 things at the exact same time. You got to stagger it just right. So he didn't start the